Comedy of Errors, Ativo back in third, Artifice making good ground in fourth, racing up towards the final flight now, and as they do so, Comedy of Errors coming to challenge Grand Canyon, but Grand Canyon's holding him at the moment. It's just between these two now, Grand Canyon and Comedy of Errors. Grand Canyon on the far side, touching down the lead from Comedy of Errors on the near side, Somerville moving into third, and as they race into the final 150 yards, it's Grand Canyon being pressed by Comedy of Errors. Comedy of Errors coming there with a great run of the stand side, but it's Grand Canyon holding him, and as they come to the line, it's very close between Grand Canyon and Comedy of Errors, and up the line it's a photo between...
From Peterhoff and Monksfield being pulled out to challenge in between Peterhoff and Night Nurse as they jump the third last. Night Nurse made a mistake there, and a bad one by the champion. It's Night Nurse from Monksfield now. Little Monksfield with a fraction advantage as they come to the second last. It's Monksfield and Desi Hughes and Night Nurse on the far side, and Night Nurse wasn't too clever at that one either. And it's Monksfield now from Night Nurse, and Night Nurse under pressure. And is this going to be Monksfield getting his vengeance? And it's Monksfield on the near side, Night Nurse on the far side. And it's Monksfield on the near side, Night Nurse on the far side. These two fighting it out. Night Nurse is fighting his way back on the far side. Monksfield is battling on the near side. It's Monksfield from Night Nurse as they race to the line. Monksfield is just holding Night Nurse, but Night Nurse is fighting his way back. And as they come to the line, it's a photo finish. It's a photo between Night Nurse and Monksfield. I wouldn't like to call champion from Night Nurse. Kaibo's making very good progress with Master Monday. And then comes Mr. Kildare. They're coming down to the second last now, and it's Monksfield, who dead-heated last year with Night Nurse, with the advantage now at the second last. Night Nurse jumps it second, then Kaibo third, and they're coming down to the final flight now in the Templegate Hurdle, and it's Monksfield from Night Nurse, but not so much in it now. Monksfield jumps it in the lead, Night Nurse jumps it second, Kaibo jumps it third, and as they race into the closing stages, it's little Monksfield from Night Nurse and Kaibo. A furlong to run now in the Templegate Hurdle, and Monksfield from Night Nurse. Night Nurse putting in a great challenge on the near side, but Monksfield over on the far side holding him. They're racing up towards the line. It's Monksfield from Night Nurse. Monksfield's going to hold him at the line. Monksfield's winning. Night Nurse is second. Third is Kaibo. Just coming up to the line in fourth is Mr. Kildare. 5 Master Monday, and 6th and last was Cooch Bahar. And so the result of the Templegate. And Kaibo coming over towards the stand side a little. Kaibo towards the left of the picture from Monksfield as they come down to the third last. It's Kaibo from Monksfield. Kaibo and Monksfield, then comes Sea Pigeon and Western Rose as they come down to the second last of the Colt Sigma Hurdle. Kaibo towards the left, Monksfield towards the right, and over this one they landed together, absolutely in unison, with Sea Pigeon chasing them, and it's Kaibo on the near side, Monksfield on the far side. Little Monkey now has got the advantage as they come to the last, and over the last, Monksfield in the lead. Sea Pigeon a fall there, Sea Pigeon has gone to the last, and it's Monksfield on the far side from Kaibo, but Monksfield's going to hold Kaibo cleverly as they race up towards the line. Little Monkey has done it again. This is his third triumph. He's getting a grand national reception from the crowd as he strides up to the line. Monksfield, the clear winner of the Colt Sigma Hurdle. Second is Kaibo. Third will be Western Rose. And let me tell you quickly that Sea Pigeon has been remounted by John Joe O'Neill. He's hacking back now. Neither of them hurt. And in fact to qualify for fourth place after that last flight fall. Monksfield gets an immediate 9-4 quote from Ladbrokes for the 1980 champion hurdle. Here's the result of the Sigma Hurdle. First, number 1, Monksfield. Poletown, once again, Philip Blacker gets a very good jump out of him. And looks as though he's really going to try and stretch Monkey from here. He's probably conscious of the fact, well, he's not probably, but certainly conscious of the fact that Monksfield doesn't relish heavy ground. And he's hoping to get him struggling now from this point. Poletown by about 6 lengths from Monksfield and Raimondo. Raimondo 2.5 lengths off, 3 lengths off Monksfield. And Monksfield closing that gap a bit now. John Joe chasing him along with hands and heels, this little 1978 and 79 champion. But Poletown with the distinct advantage still as they race now towards the third last. And see the way Monkey's just carrying his head a little bit on one side. He does not like this ground. He cannot get the bounce out of it that he really enjoys. So they come to the third last, and a good jump by Poletown. And Poletown certainly has Monkey really on the stretch now. Poletown coming down to the second last with a clear advantage. Monksfield about 4 lengths in arrears now, and this is the final flight in this Templegate hurdle. Poletown with a decisive advantage over the former champion. And Poletown's nearly gone there, but a brilliant recovery there by Philip Blacker, and Philip keeping him going. And John Joe chasing Monkey along, but he's still not making a lot of impression. They're well inside the final furlong, and it's Poletown, the winner of the 1979 Daily Express Triumph Hurdle from Monksfield, and he's going to beat him as they come up towards the line. Monksfield's first defeat in the Templegate, and at the line, Poletown is the winner. Monksfield is second, and a long way back in third, just coming up to the line, but qualifying for a very handsome third prize of £1,198, no less, is Remondo. And so the official result of the Templegate strongly. Over 3 furlongs to run. Poletown lands in the lead from Danoli. Ekbalko still making ground towards the left of the picture. Daring Run now back in fourth over on the far side with a little between the leading quartet. This is the second last. And Poletown lands in the lead, but Ekbalko coming there very strongly on the stand side. It's Ekbalko on the stand side. Danoli, Daring Run getting back there over on the far side at the final flight. Daring Run lands just in the lead. Daring Run on the far side. Ekbalko on the near side. Danoli between horses with Poletown, and it's Daring Run now with a furlong to run. Daring Run and Ted Walsh from Poletown fighting his way back. Daring Run from Poletown as they race into the final 100 yards. Daring Run is holding Poletown as they come to the line. Daring Run is going to win it. Back to the line. Daring Run wins the Templegate, and Poletown is second, and third is Danoli.
Cruising there is Daring Run, just in behind Poletown as they come down to the third last. Poletown landed in the lead there from Daring Run and Ekbalko. Broadsword trying to make a run towards the stand side. Bird's Nest has dropped out of it. This is the second last flight now. Poletown lands in the lead from Ekbalko and Daring Run. Daring Run going very strongly in between Poletown and Ekbalko. And here comes Broadsword under strong driving from Peter Scudamore on the stand side. And Daring Run, Broadsword to fall over the last, and Daring Run is left with the advantage. Daring Run now from Poletown and Ekbalko. I've seen Broadsword get to his feet all right, and so's Peter Scudamore. And as they race up to the line, Daring Run looks as though he's going to win the first from the Irish, but Poletown is fighting back as they come to the line. A desperate battle as they come to the line. Daring Run just wins it from Poletown with third Ekbalko. Gab Brief and Broadsword as they come to the third last in the Templegate hurdle. Dawn Run from For Auction and Gab Brief. Coming down to the second last now. Dawn Run, who's made it all, being pressed now by Gab Brief, For Auction and Broadsword. Dawn Run there from Gab Brief, 2 furlongs to run and 1 flight left to be jumped. Dawn Run being pressed by the champion Gab Brief now. Gab Brief on the near side to us, going to land just in the lead. Gab Brief just in the lead now from Dawn Run over on the far side and racing into the closing stages, and it's Gab Brief from Dawn Run as they race up towards the line. The champion hurdler Gab Brief from that gallant little mare Dawn Run, who's put up a tremendous performance on her second successive outing at the meeting, the second successive day, and Gab Brief wins it from Dawn Run in second. Third is For Auction, and fourth Broadsword is the one who is chasing Dawn Run, with Mount Bolus in third. Buckhouse and Fred Kateri is next as they come down to the third last. Dawn Run lands in the lead from Under Pressure, very promising. Pamavas has been pulled up. This is the second last flight. Dawn Run lands in the lead from very promising second. Mount Bolus is going to jump it third. Tony Mullins coming to the last now with just under 2 furlongs to run and 1 flight to be negotiated in this Sandyman Aintree hurdle. Dawn Run is over. She makes a bit of a mess of it, but it doesn't seem to interrupt her impetus at all. And this remarkable mare, the champion hurdler, Dawn Run, inside the final furlong now, and Tony Mullins permitting her to relax as she races up towards the line, being chased all the time by Very Promising, who has no chance of getting to her, and at the line getting a great reception. Dawn Run is the winner. Second is Very Promising. Fred Kateri is third. Coming down to the third last flight. Bajan Sunshine over on the far side. On the near side, Rose Ravine between horses, Gab Brief. They've got in under 3 furlongs to run now and 2 flights left to jump. Bajan Sunshine being pressed by Gab Brief, the 1983 winner. Gab Brief and Bajan Sunshine together. Richard Lindley and Peter Scudamore as they come down to the final flight now. Gab Brief in the center, on the far side, Bajan Sunshine. at the last flight. Gab Brief and Bajan Sunshine together. Bajan Sunshine on the far side, Gab Brief on the near side. There's very little between the two. Bajan Sunshine on the far side, holding Gab Brief at the moment. They're inside the final furlong. Bajan Sunshine holding Gab Brief, going away from him. Bajan Sunshine is going to win the Sandeman Hurdle as they race towards the line. Bajan Sunshine strides away to win it well. Gab Brief fades, and at the line, Bajan Sunshine is the winner. Rose Ravine is second.
Yeah.
They've got just over 3 furlongs to run now and 3 flights left to jump, and it's Aonoch with See You Then, the champion hurdler, just in behind him. Aonoch from See You Then comes Sheer Girl, coming down to the second last. Aonoch from See You Then at the second last. Aonoch lands in the lead, a good 2 lengths clear of See You Then, who doesn't jump it all that brilliantly. 2 furlongs to run and 1 flight left to jump, and Aonoch in the lead from See You Then, who's under pressure. This could be the biggest upset of the meeting. Aonoch jumps it from See You Then. Aonoch being pressed all the time now by See You Then. A faller there was Fleury Sark racing into the closing stages. Aonoch on the near side. See You Then trying to get up over on the far side, and Jasper finishes the race up towards the line. Aonoch on the near side. See You Then on the far side. Aonoch is holding See You Then, and here's a shock result. Aonoch has beaten the champion. See You Then. Aonoch the winner. See You Then was second, and third was Sheer Gold. As there was by Aonoch. Aonoch comes to take it up now. Jackie Oliver, as they come down to the third last, she lands clear. It's Aonoch now who's clear from Ibn March, then River Kerryog and Flying Trove at the second last flight. Aonoch and Jackie Oliver land in the lead, and Ibn March pecks there. He's forfeited all chance. Flying Trove is now the challenger. Flying Trove and Tom Taft to Bernard Lord coming there. Aonoch though lands in the lead over the last, and racing into the closing stages, it's Aonoch and Jackie Oliver getting a tremendous reception here from the crowd in the race which precedes the National. Aonoch sprinting up to the line now at the end of 2 mile 5 furlongs. It's going to be close for second, no doubt about the winner. Aonoch is the winner, to Bernard Lord is second, and Flying Trove is the jump in the Sandeman Aintree Hurdle. Sabandoulois from Celtic Chief and Aldino. Tartan Taylor in 4, Clocktaney 5 over the third last. Sabandoulois, Celtic Chief, Aldino towards the near side. Mistake by Tartan Taylor. Celtic Chief travelling very strongly now in the centre, travelling really smoothly at the second last, jumps it in the lead from Sabandoulois, second, Aldino third, and it's Celtic Chief looking as though he's going to redeem that Waterford Crystal Champion Hurdle failure in tremendous style here in the Sandeman Aintree Hurdle. He's just got to jump the last flight, which he does well. Celtic Chief getting a roar from the crowd here as a favourite wins on Grand National Day. It's Celtic Chief striding away now from Sabandoulois. Clocktaney is moving into third ahead of Aldino, but it's a fight between them, but no fight for first place. Celtic Chief has won the Sandeman Aintree Hurdle. Second is Sabandoulois. It's still going to be close for third between Clocktaney and Aldino as they come to the line. It's just Clocktaney third, Aldino fourth. Peter Scudamore clear at the moment from Clocktaney. Kingsmill making good ground in third, then Cashew King, then Beach Road trying to make progress, but coming down towards the second last, and as they do so, it's Celtic Shot clear. Celtic Shot and Peter Scudamore make a hash of it, but get away with it. Beach Road is making good progress. It's the former champion and the current champion now as they come down towards the last. Celtic Shot being challenged by the current champion, Beach Road. Beach Road on the near side lands in the lead from Celtic Shot. Clocktaney is third. Kingsmill a faller. Condor Pan's a faller there too. Beach Road, the champion hurdler of 1989, going away from the champion hurdler of 1988 with Clocktaney finishing well. Vagador running on fast, but Beach Road has it well sewn up, and as they come to the line, Beach Road wins the Sandeman Aintree Hurdle. Celtic Shot is second. Third is Clocktaney in a photo. Those two are in a photo. Vagador was fourth. Behind them came Floyd and Cashew King, and behind them was Cliffelder, and as I mentioned earlier, pulled up Sabandoulois and the bitterly disappointing Vicario de Bray, who's been dismounted, and Merritt Jr. was pulled up as well. And so the result of the 1989 Sandeman Aintree Hurdle. Set and Morley Street coming on the stand side, being chased by Ickdam. 3 furlongs to run. Joyful Noise in the sheepskin noseband lands in the lead from Morley Street second. Ickdam third. Racing to the second last. Joyful Noise from Morley Street, travelling strongly on the near side. Morley Street now takes it up from Joyful Noise. Ickdam is third. Coming down to the final flight in the Sandeman Aintree Hurdle. Morley Street looking as though he's only got to jump. It jumps a length and a half clear of Joyful Noise second. Third is Ickdam, and Morley Street striding away in very impressive style to win this race for the second year in succession for Toby Balding, who won it with Beach Road last year. And so Morley Street, ridden by Jimmy Frost, the comfortable winner. Second is Joyful Noise, and third is Ickdam, and they're a long way clear of Vagador, the long-time leader, Island Set, and finally to Bernal Lord. And so the result of the Sandeman Hurdle, the final race before the Grand National. First, number 5, Morley Street, owned by Salehurst Paper Company Limited, trained by Toby Balding and ridden by Jimmy Frost, who rides. These two matching strides now as they race towards the home turn. Bradbury Star and Morley Street are next. Then comes the Iliad, then Pydwell, then Clocktaney, still making progress from the rear. Round the home turn, Run for Free, Nomadic Way, Bradbury Star, and Jimmy Frost waiting to unleash a run on Morley Street in fourth at the moment. Nomadic Way landed in the lead there. Morley Street on the left of the picture. Over on the far side, Run for Free as they run towards the second last. It's Nomadic Way from Morley Street, the 2 champion hurdle principals, and Morley Street takes it up. It's Morley Street, the leader, as they come down to the last from his old rival Nomadic Way. Morley Street, the leader, at the final flight, jumps it a length and a half clear of Nomadic Way. Bradbury Star is third, racing into the closing stages. Another star performance by Morley Street, going 3 lengths clear of Nomadic Way as they race up towards the line. Run for Freeze renewing his challenge for third, but Morley Street has it sewn up, and Morley Street wins the Sandeman Aintree Hurdle. Nomadic Way is second. It's a photo for third between Run for Free and Bradbury Star. Then came Mulboard and the Iliad, and behind them Jinxie Jack and Clocktaney and Pydwell. And so the result, beginning to tower a little, and as they turn into the home straight now in this Martel Aintree Hurdle, they've got 3 flights left to jump, and Minaret's Girl still making them go as Morley Street moves into the challenging position now to try and win this for the 3rd successive year. Minaret's Girl by 2.5 to 3 lengths from Morley Street. Minaret's Girl under pressure now, being asked to extend. Minaret's Girl at the second last. She jumps it 2 clear of Morley Street, but Morley Street still pounding on and comes to take her. Morley Street moves into the lead. He's going to win this for the 3rd time in succession. He's only got to jump it. Morley Street lands clear now. He didn't jump it too brilliantly of Minaret's Girl under pressure. No need to give her a hard race, Tony. You're not going to get to Morley Street surely now. Morley Street, but he's holding out distress signals, Morley Street. He's tying up. Minaret's Girl is fighting back. It's Morley Street from Minaret's Girl. Morley Street has just won it from Minaret's Girl. 3rd is Forest Sun, and 4 is Bankview. So Morley Street, he won it all right for the 3rd year in succession, but he won it like a shadow of his former self, having to fight and really come to the end of his tether to withhold that renewed challenge of Minaret's Girl. No wonder Jimmy Frost didn't win the champion hurdle on him. And so the result of the Martel Aintree Hurdle is first, number 3, Morley Street, owned by Michael Jackson Bloodstock Limited, trained by Toby Balding. That's his 4th in a row in this Martel Aintree Hurdle, and ridden by Richard Dunwoody, his 4th of the meeting. Second was number 6, the gallant Minaret's Girl, owned by Mr. T. McKeever, trained by Paddy Mullins, and racing round the home turn. Ruling beginning to get right into the picture now. Flown the leader from Ruling and Granville again. Then Morley Street. Then Crowded House as they race to the next. And quite a long run to it. Flown the leader from Ruling. They're racing into the home turn now. Flown the leader from Ruling, then Granville again, and Morley Street, and Flown has really got him stretched as they come down towards the 3rd last.
Flown from Ruling. Morley Street coming there on the near side. Granville again on the far side. Flown now being tackled by Morley Street, who's been ridden very patiently by Graham Bradley. Flown lands from Morley Street second. Morley Street has won here at Liverpool for the last 4 years. Is he going to make it 5 on National Day? Flown from Morley Street, travelling well on his outside. Then his brother Granville again in third over the final flight. Flown a magnificent jump, but Morley Street has come to tackle him. Granville again comes next, and then Ruling. They're racing into the closing stages. Flown under pressure. Morley Street on the near side. Granville again coming to tackle them. It's the two brothers now. Morley Street sprints clear from Granville again. Morley Street has won it. Granville again is second. Flown third and 4 Ruling. And so the two brothers, the two famous brothers, finished 1-2. A magnificently ridden race by Graham Bradley. And Morley Street has now won for the 5th time in succession on Grand National Day, and he's won this Martel Aintree Hurdle for the 4th successive time. 19 out of 30.
And these 5 a long way clear now of Chouir and Valfinet as they come down now towards the 3rd last. Danoli comes to challenge Muse and to take it up. Mulboard travelling well towards the left of the picture. Danoli lands in the lead from Mulboard. It's Danoli from Mulboard now as they race down towards the 2nd last. Danoli and Charlie Swan, the Irish champion, from Mulboard. Danoli by about 3 from Mulboard. Then comes Fortune and Fame in 3rd place. This is the final flight in the Aintree Hurdle. Danoli, the Cheltenham winner, jumps it 4 clear of Mulboard. Then comes Fortune and Fame, and then Muse racing into the closing stages of the Martel Aintree Hurdle. It's going to be another triumph for Tom Foley and his owner Danny O'Neill as they race up towards the line. And it's Danoli, the 6-year-old, getting tremendous applause from the crowd as he races to the line. The winner of the Martel Aintree Hurdle. Fortune and Fame and Mulboard are going to be in a photo for 2nd and 3rd, with Mulboard gallantly just holding the Irish champion. Fortune and Fame out of 2nd place with 4th Muse. 5th came Flaky Dove, a disappointing English champion hurdler there, followed by Chouir, and then a long...
the leader from Danoli, travelling well on her outside. Butter 8 is coming there very strongly too. My Sylvan Danoli from Butter 8 on the near side. And it's Danoli in the centre, My Silver over on the far side, Butter 8 on the near side, and Danoli landed in there. My Silver faller there, and My Silver's gone at that one, the 2nd last, and coming down to the final flight now, Danoli from Butter 8. Danoli lands in the lead from Butter 8, and Large Action 3rd, racing into the closing stages, and it's Danoli being pressed all the time by Butter 8. These two of the 3 Irish challengers. Danoli is holding Butter 8 as they race up towards the line. Danoli from Butter 8 as they come to the line. Danoli's going to hold on and win it. Danoli's won from Butter 8 with 3rd Large Action and 4th Doran's Pride. Then the riderless and happily unscathed.
Drop back now, last of the main group. Forget San Martino, who's tailed off. They've got 3 flights left to jump. San Martino's been pulled up. Pydwell the first to rise, 3 out from Karawi, but here's Istabraq ridden confidently on the near side, about to be produced by Charlie Swan. Then Shooting Light behind them. They come to the 2nd last. Pydwell on the far side, wrap the top of that, so too did Istabraq in 2nd. They're 4 or 5 lengths then to behind them, battling on Karawi. They race up with 1 flight left to jump. He says go on. Istabraq now ranges up towards to tackle the Pydwell for the lead. Now the race on in earnest as they touch down together. Istabraq on the near side gaining the upper hand now from Pydwell. They're about 15 lengths in front of Karawi. A real slog to the line, but it's Istabraq who's sticking his neck out well on the near side. Pydwell is fighting back. Pydwell coming back at Istabraq. Pydwell on the far side grabbing a narrow lead close home, and Pydwell has got up to win. He's pulled it out of the fire from Istabraq. In 3rd place Karawi, followed then by Shooting Light 4th, and some way behind them is Collier Bay. In fact, San Martino has actually continued on and has jumped a couple more. By Frencholi, but here comes the favourite Istabraq. He's riding confidently. Further back then is Straterez, a gap to Mr. Morose. 2 left to jump, and it's Frencholi on the near side, who was clumsy at that but landed full of running. From in 2nd, Midnight Legend. Here comes Istabraq though on the outside. 1 left to jump. Frencholi about a length in front. Here he is, Istabraq on the outside. Joins in now on a tight rein. He looms up, grabs a narrow lead lead from French Holly. Stretarez has gone at the last, but as they come up towards the line, this is a very cheeky win indeed. It's Istabraq being very confidently ridden by Charlie Swan. Goes on to win on the bridle by a length. Second is French Holly, a gap then of 6 or 7 lengths to Midnight Legend in third, followed then by Mr. Morose behind them, and Dino's Bino. Unfortunately, Stretarez has come to grief at the last joy which was pulled up. The winner is number 3, Istabraq, the most confidently ridden favourite we've seen, and the cheekiest win we've seen in a big race for a long time. Istabraq, owned by J.P. McManus, trained by Aidan O'Brien, ridden by Charlie Swan. Second is number 2, French Holly, owned by Kay Flood, trained by Ferdy Murphy, ridden by Andrew Thornton. And third is number 5, that's Midnight Legend, owned by Mrs. Hilda Clark, trained by David Nicholson and ridden by Richard Johnson. Fourth is Mr. Morose. But you've never seen a cheekier win than that. 2-1 on favourite. To make up as they turn into the straight now, and they've got 3 left to jump. Stars and Foreman, West Ender and into Sky Falcon coming there quickly. Rhinestone Cowboy still there in the centre. Rooster Booster, the grey on the near side, yet to be produced. They've kicked away from Quasar. 2 left to jump now. Near side, it's into Sky Falcon, who lands over in the lead from West Ender. Rhinestone Cowboy veered over towards the inside. Here's Rooster Booster, who's been waited and waited with. It's into Sky Falcon, the near side, grabbed now by Rooster. Rooster hits the front as they touch down over the last. He's got a half length in front into Sky Falcon, trying to wear him down, followed by West Ender, and Rhinestone Cowboy is coming home well. It's Rooster Booster, grabbed by Rhinestone Cowboy. Rhinestone Cowboy is going to get up and win it for the amateur JP Magna. He gets up to beat Rooster Booster. Third is West Ender. Fourth in there.
Timmy Murphy, and it's Eile on the near side. Over on the far side, Ingles Drever between those 2, Exotic Dancer. Now there's just a furlong and a flat to go. Eile for Ireland is out in front. Ingles Drever trying to re-rally in the centre. Now they've got half a furlong to go. A grandstand finish. Eile to the near side. Ingles Drever won last late Sunge. Eile just, I think. It's very close, but it's Eile on the stand side to Ingles Drever, Exotic Dancer, and in fourth, Max Joy.
As they head to the 7th, Asian Maze is out in front here. Strangely Brown has gone right around them out very wide to go up and try and challenge here. Followed then by Eile, who's been there from the outset. Kawajino is just in behind them, and further back is Afsoon. That's Gaspara, who's gone around them into fourth and wrapped that very hard. Just as she'd made ground, now she starts to retreat. So it's on the near side, Asian Maze. Strangely Brown is up on the outer, matching strides. 2 lengths to Eile and Kawajino. Gaspara is flat to the boards at this stage, followed then by Afsoon Arcalis. Detroit City doing nothing. Then Jazz Messenger, a gap to Whispered Promises, and Star Antique has dropped back to last. As they race across the top, Asian Maze is really making this a staying test. Leads by a length and a half. 2 in second, Strangely Brown. Eile in third, followed by Kawajino and then Gaspara, who's under punishment. Further back in the field then is Kawajino. Then on the inside, Afsoona's heads a turn for home now. Coming to the third last, Asian Maze the leader. From on the outside, Gaspara, who's joined in again, the filly. Gaspara takes it up. Asian Maze is gone. Here's Arcalis from the rear. Strange over on the far side, Eile, and Kawajino is next, followed by Afsoon. Over that one, and Eile led over it narrowly from Gaspara. Then back in third is Kawajino, and further back then is Arcalis, the outside from Afsoon. Coming towards the last now, Eile for Ireland on the far side, jumps it extravagantly. From in second, Gaspara. A long gap then to Arcalis, followed then by Afsoon and Kawajino. But Eile 4 lengths in front here, and turning back the clock, Eile recaptures form at his favourite Aintree. Eile goes on to win the Aintree Hurdle by a couple of lengths. Gaspara a game second.
In the saddle, Eile continuing to travel very impressively just off the speed there, followed then by Straw Bear. Mephisto has lost a place or two but still goes all right. Calderon poised on the outside, and no move yet from Mick Fitz on Afsoon, and Lunaeus is still last as they took that flight there. Afsoon just took that a little bit awkwardly on the inside. Mick Fitz sitting a bit lower as he asked him to try and close up on the leaders. They're on towards flight number 9 over on the far side of the track. Lochderg back on the bid again, throwing down the gauntlet to Osana as they took that flight. My Way to Solzen off the bridle momentarily there. Eile yet to be stretched, moves up smoothly into second place now. Lochderg backtracks. My Way to Solzen trying to rally on the inside. Straw Bear now moves past Lochderg to go fourth. Calderon's queuing up to challenge as well. Luneos is next. Afsoon seems to have gone backwards as the runners head down the side of the course. Then Afsoon has dropped off the tail of the field and is really struggling as the runners head down the side of the track. So Osana then from the dual winner Eile in second place. Straw Bear is poised. My Way to Solzen being driven, and then comes in fifth place Luneos, followed then by Calderon. Lochderg's order of merit chances seem to have gone by the wayside. He's weakened right back through the field. They're coming down towards the third last here in the Aintree Hurdle. Coming up to it now, Osana by 2 lengths from Eile for the first time off the bit. And now Tom Scudamore asks Osana to dig deep. On the near side, here comes Timmy Murphy and Eile, and Straw Bear and Tony McCoy looms up alongside the pair of them. Over the second last, the 3 together, and it's Eile defending his title, who quickens up the best. Straw Bear second. Osana's got no more to give back in third. They're a long way clear then of Luneos. Here's the final flight. Eile coming up towards it now, and he jumps it well. He's 4 clear, Eile, from Straw Bear and Osana, who are battling it out for the minor placings and racing inside the final furlong. This is his patch, his territory. Eile will win for the 4th time at Aintree and wins the Aintree Hurdle for the 3rd time. Timmy Murphy in the colours of Michael Ryan for John Queally.
Around the top bar, but he's still clear by 3. The new one now begins to take dead aim as he now emerges from the pack and chases Rock on Ruby down towards a second from home. Rock on Ruby over on the far side. On the near side is the new one, Petty Zig, and then Dear Carly as it races now on inside the final quarter mile. One more flight to take, and it is the new one who has taken the lead. The final flight, the new one jumps it well. He's clear by 2 over Rock on Ruby. Then Dear Carly over on the far side. Petty Zig is back in 4th. 150 yards to go. The new one has the lead, but Dear Carly is coming, and Rock on Ruby is running. The new one needs the line. It's a 3-way go. The new one on the near side. The new one and Dear Carly. Rock on Ruby was between them. It's between the new one and Dear Carly. Rock on Ruby lunges in the centre. Petty Zig was back in 4th, and in 5th came Gravetti in a thriller for the Aintree Hurdle. Under a half mile to go. Push comes to shove now on Volney de Tay. The looming presence of Rock on Ruby to his outside. Back in 3rd is Vaniteur. Then Arctic Fire, who's now asked the question. Now Jezki is beginning to make stealthy headway towards the far side. A motionless McCoy as they went over the second from home, and it was Volney de Tay. Here's Arctic Fire bursting through. The danger could be the far side Jezki, and on the near side Rock on Ruby is still involved. It's Arctic Fire and Jezki. It's Walsh and McCoy, and Arctic Fire is down. Badly hampered was Rock on Ruby, and so they come inside the final furlong, and it is Jezki who has now been left clear, and he's clear by 12 lengths and racing to the line. It will be Jezki who will give a second win in the race to AP McCoy, and it will be Jezki who takes the Aintree Hurdle. In second will be Rock on Ruby. In 3rd, Volney de Tay, followed by Blue Heron, and then Vaniteur. For Annie Power, saw a beautiful stride. She's clear by 3 and yet to be asked. In second by 10 to yours. Nichols Canyon now waves goodbye to the leaders. Back in 4th place is Court Minstrel, but it is Annie Power who comes down towards the final flight. And again, she's over safely, and that lead is extended now to 8 lengths over a floundering by 10 to yours, a labouring Nichols Canyon. The rest don't simply count, and it's the Queen of Aintree today, Annie Power, for her 12th win over hurdles, her 5th Group 1 win over hurdles, her 5th win in the race for Ruby Walsh. Annie Power, simply the best over hurdles this season. Annie Power takes the Dunbar Aintree Hurdle and beat Pointless, My 10 to Yours, Nichols Canyon and Court Minstrel.
First, number 6, Annie Power. The new one over safely from Identity Thief. Back behind these Buveur now, just going to slight squeeze along as the new one still has the lead. Still My 10 to Yours waited with him fourth. The new one runs down the hurdle, has the advantage from Buveur to the far side. Buveur now looking to draw on terms here with the new one, who's now under pressure for the first time on this run down to the final hurdle. The new one now been joined by Buveur. My 10 to Yours in third. At the last, Buveur went on from the new one, the near side. My 10 to Yours back in third. Up the running now inside the final half shortly, and Buveur is quickened away. Buveur by 4 to 5 lengths, and he's going even further in front now. This is going to be easy for Buveur. The champion hurdle winner will follow up in the Betway Aintree Hurdle. Buveur, he's done it easily. Buveur, 1-2 for JP McManus with My 10 to Yours finishing home in second. The new one in third. Old Guard in fourth.
First, number 1, Buveur. Second, number 3. Third, number 6. And the fourth horse, number 4. The full result.
Just been nudged along, relegating Montmoral just to be the back marker as they straighten out towards 3 out. Guard Your Dreams narrowly in front. The black jacket of McFabulous looming up right in behind in green and gold hoops. Epatante and Zanny here, the white and green. The red cap now looking to get prominent with Guard Your Dreams as they race down towards the penultimate flight of hurdles. Zanny here, McFabulous, Guard Your Dreams. Epatante close up behind in fourth. Then Montmoral, Glory and Fortune and Brewing Up a Storm is now dropped out. They're on the way down towards the final flight of hurdles. Zanny here about to be joined by the travelling oh so strongly Epatante as they race down towards the final flight of hurdles. Epatante, Zanny here in the air together. Zanny here's gone. Zanny here down at the last, and Guard Your Dreams hampered as unseated rider. That has left Epatante 10 lengths clear from Montmoral and McFabulous. They're battling out second and third. Then Glory and Fortune, Bring Up a Storm's been pulled out as Epatante left clear at the final flight of hurdles. Romps home in the Betway Aintree Hurdle for Nicky Henderson, his 5th winner in the race. In the colours of JP McManus, Aidan Coleman. Montmoral was home in second, McFabulous third, and last of 4 to get round.
Charger and So Royale 5th and 6th as they move down the side of the course. Constitution Hill remains clear of the field, possibly not by quite so far. Still Nico de Boinville sitting quietly. Zanny here in second. I like to move it in third. Epatante still moves well enough in 4th place in the green and gold hoops. Aidan Coleman has a look behind to see where So Royale and Charger are, and they're on the home bend. So Constitution Hill just coming back to them slightly, and of course up in trip this afternoon, so we'll begin to enter unknown territory as regards his hurdles career so far, but he heads towards the third last. Constitution Hill. Zanny here, and then I like to move it. And again, he's fluent over the hurdles. Oh, and the inside running rail was sent splattered by Epatante into the face of So Royale. 2 from the finish. Constitution Hill is over, is still clear from Zanny here. A glance towards the big screen that's at second last, and Constitution Hill from Zanny here. Chargers making ground in what has so far been a completely separate race for second behind Constitution Hill, who heads towards the final flight of hurdles, and he's over. Zanny here in second place. Charger is third. Constitution Hill today, Nico de Boinville is going to keep him very much under restraint as Charger and Zanny here fight out second and third. Constitution Hill just being kept up to his work, but has made short work of these in his own private exhibition gallop on the front end for the William Hill Aintree Hurdle. New trip, same result, maybe new horizons next year. Constitution Hill remains unbeaten, beats Charger, Zanny here, Epatante.
Langer Dan, now Bob Ollinger making a little bit of a move on the left, black sleeves, followed by Beacon Edge as they crowd together towards the third last, where Maurice Rock has taken it up and makes the bid for glory. A little untied in the Nemean line. Ampere Pass coming there very smoothly, but so too is Bob Ollinger, followed by Langer Dan cutting through them. Maurice Rock away to her left, chased by Ampere Pass, who's driven now. Langer Dan comes forging through, and then Bob Ollinger racing down towards the final fight, and Langer Dan and Ampere Pass going on just ahead of Bob Ollinger and the final fight. Ampere Pass away to the right, and then over on the far side, Langer Dan and Pass come back across. Langer Dan towards the far rail. Bob Ollinger back in third, on the run for home. And Pass leads the way. Langer Dan will not give in. He's back on the way. Bob Ollinger has a nice pace to the finish. Oh, it's tight. Bob Ollinger on the near side of Pass, and between them Langer Dan in a classic for the William Hill Aintree Hurdle. Lucia back in fourth, Maurice Rock, Beacon Edge, Nemean Lion, and Monksfield.